Welcome back to Good Morning Transfers. Earlier on the show, we started with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's news conference. Let's get some of the fans' perspective on this. We always have plenty of tweets from Manchester United fans asking us to talk about their transfer dealings. Every week we hear from Flex from the United stand. Manchester United's transfer window has certainly been a lot quieter than fans might have liked.
It's difficult to know where to start with a Manchester United fan. So I'll just put on the broken record to get going, because that's basically what it feels like. The same thing week in, week out, day in, day out. Is it basically big, fat frustration?
Yeah, it is big, fat frustration at the moment. We've seen this before. Do you know what I mean? We've seen this before. I said be patient. I think it was last week. And there's only so much patience that us as fans can really have, to be honest with you. All of our rivals are strengthening. You know, Liverpool and Spurs, I keep saying it, they look to put their staff onto furlough. They didn't have the money. Spurs have just bought £1 billion stadium. Daniel Levy never spends money. Even he's spending money. What's going on? Liverpool, they've got everything they need. Fantastic side, but not renowned for spending money. They've got a couple in. You know, we're looking to close the gap on them, and, you know, they've got Thiago in there. They've got Jota. Jota on top of that. Bang, bang. Arsenal got targets in. Even Chelsea, again, keeper through the door. They're not happy. So, yes, we're in COVID, and yes, we have to understand that it's hit clubs a lot. I understand that. I do understand that. But this lack of us being able to get the targets that we want, and more importantly, get them quickly, is so frustrating. And Anton did, and I saw Anton's piece about us as well, and he was right. He was right. We've got to move like a big club.
Flex, I said on Monday with Mark on Good Morning Transfers that I do admire Jadon Sancho. You know, it's clear from listening to people that he would love to come to Manchester United, but he seems to have knuckled down, and he started well for Dortmund this season. Do you think that might have something to do with it as well, that he's getting on like a top pro?
Do you know what, Mike? I'll be honest. I think it all has to do with Manchester United paying the fee. It's that simple. It's not like Jadon Sancho's so loyal and has started so well that if Manchester United cough up the peas, he might go, oh, no, actually, I'm all right here. I've started all right. He wants to come to Manchester United. I keep saying it. Everybody knows it. Solskjaer wants him at Manchester United. Everybody knows this. Manchester United don't want to pay the money. Everybody knows this. So, yes, he's not the type to upset the apple cart. Jadon Sancho is not going to hand in a transfer request, refuse to play, refuse to train. You know, and why should he? You know, if you know you've had discussions with a club, and you've kind of got things set in principle, and you don't see that club kind of breaking the bank, that's a bit of a loose term right now with what's going on, but do you know what I mean? You don't see that club really putting in the effort to sign you. You're going to just get on with your craft if you've got a good head on your shoulders, like I believe Jadon Sancho does. So I don't think that's a sticking point, to be honest. I think it's more of a sticking point the longer we wait, because Dortmund will be like, actually, well, you knew our price from months ago, and how are we even going to get a replacement in? He's not coming. He's not coming to Manchester United, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to come. I think the ship has sailed. I'll be shocked if he does end up a Manchester United player.
Gary Neville was saying, doesn't he, after the Crystal Palace match, he was worried and you need a fast centre-back. And he actually said that was a priority now. Do you agree with him?
I do agree with him. I do think we need a centre-back. The problem is we've got so many at the club. This is another big problem, guys, is our inability to shift players on. We've actually got about 6 or 7 centre-backs. You know, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Rojo, Eric Bailly, Tuanzebe, Lindelof, Maguire. There's 7 there. Do you know what I mean? Luke Shaw could fill in that position. Fosu-Mensah might be able to fill in. So we've got 7 actual centre-backs, obviously not within the first team setup because they're not being considered for selection, but we have 7 on our books on big wages. No offence to Phil Jones. He's been a great servant for the club. He's chilling on over 100 grand a week. No one is even coming in for a bid. Rojo, we've been trying to sell him for 3 years. No one's come in with a substantial bid. Chris Smalling, we're umming and ahhing over the money when that could be used to refund other transfers. So we can't even shift players, let alone bring any in. It's going to be really interesting to see, but we have to get a centre-back. But all of our energy and resources and focus seems to be on Jadon Sancho, which I think is a dead deal. I would just hate to see us. I will be absolutely fuming if we get to the end of the transfer window, we don't sign Jadon Sancho, we don't get a centre-back, and we panic buy.
Oh dear, I feel like we need some positivity after that.